Good morning, and welcome to another edition to Bobby Degrees Audio Stories. I'm in Winnemucca, Nevada this morning, and headed to Boise to see an old friend. Today's story is a story called Shocking Wisdom. Zap! That was shocking. Remind me never to do that again. As I reflect, I have said that many times in my life. Sometimes I held true and never did it again. But other times I repeated those errors in judgment, and the consequences became more difficult to deal with. Still, the excitement of the metaphorical shock was sometimes worth the risk. Risk versus reward is a common saying, but it's hard to find a reward for someone who volunteers to walk into the eye of a tornado just to see if they survive. Yet, it seems rather boring to avoid risk. The risk in life have been the downfall of many people who struggle with dangerous choices. But the reward can be wisdom gained from learning through failure. During one of the most challenging times of running my own business, I remember asking my father whether what I was going through was worth the financial liability that I could face. He quoted my great-grandfather and said, "What's the worst that can happen? You file for bankruptcy, you have to pay cash for everything in the future." By my grandfather's scale, the weight of the consequence wasn't enough to be concerned about. I failed, but the knowledge gained was the cornerstone of a more resilient structure that would become my identifier. There are other challenges that I have faced that went well and others that did not. But through all of them, the one thing I hope came from it was wisdom. Well, it took 61 years for the cumulative effect of all these missteps to build a working knowledge of life's landscape. Understanding the meaning of the hills and valleys. For the few years I have left to live, it's better late than never. The risks taken are the hallmark of a well-lived life. Errors in judgment are just one of the many critical ways we truly gain knowledge and perspective. So I think stepping outside of our comfort zone, although scary, is necessary to our growth. We all have cracks in our foundation. Anyone who says differently is being disingenuous. Wisdom is the adhesive that holds the cracks from expanding, solidifying the weakness of the less secure parts of our structure. This allows us to share vulnerabilities that we have always felt more comfortable hiding than repairing. Zap! Ouch! I guess this is one of many more lessons I have to learn. Thanks for listening. This is a really cool trip so far. Yesterday I went through the Sierra Nevadas, and it was mind-bogglingly beautiful. Up through Donner's Pass. So I'm learning and seeing, experiencing, and maybe, just maybe, making mistakes that are making me a wiser man. Anyways, it's Friday, and I love you. God bless.